My name is Eddie Navarro. I am Lakota, Ponca, and Mexica. I was born in Sacramento and raised by my grandmother. I came from a household of domestic abuse fueled by substance abuse. At 11 years old, I found drugs in my parents' room. I caught a beating for that, followed by promises that the substance abuse would stop. Soon I started to use drugs and alcohol. I began to lose touch with my grandmother, and looking back, I was always searching for something. I met my daughter's mom at 15, and at 17 I found out I was going to be a dad. The day I found out, I had been up for 3 days and 3 nights. When I was 20, I was planning to go see my father, but changed my mind at the last minute. At that time, he went to the hospital. He was dying, but didn't tell anybody. I remember getting a phone call from my aunt that he had died the day I was supposed to go see him. A year later, my stepdad committed suicide, and with the same year, my grandmother died. Life seemed hopeless because everyone I loved was disappearing. At 23, I was caught in the middle of a domestic dispute, and I was charged with assault with a deadly weapon. I ended up in jail with little hope, and I ended up losing all rights to my daughter. I was faced again with the realization that I needed to make a change. I drifted around for a while because I knew if I stayed anywhere too long, I would get into trouble. In 2002, I met my son's mom, and 3 months later, we started living together. I became a father to her son and my 2 boys. It seemed I had everything that I was searching for, but one day during a fight, she tells me she wants a divorce and that she was seeing someone else. My first thought was violence because that was all I knew. I had custody of the kids and realized what I could lose if I made the same choices I would have made in the past. I decided to get counseling with Sacramento Native American Health Center. They referred me to anger management, drug alcohol classes, and Native positive parenting. These programs and being around Native people finally allowed me to be myself. My sons sing and drum now, and they know who they are and where they came from. They have something that I never had. Even though I grew up with my grandmother, I never fully understood my Native culture. Now my family volunteers in the community, and a big part of my life is being involved with the Fatherhood is Sacred program. I already lost a relationship with my daughter, and I promise not to continue this cycle with my sons. Through our culture and traditions, I show my sons that fatherhood is sacred. Ateo makiayo makakijelo.